Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. I'm here at the James River, Richmond, Virginia, and I've got an off day. So one of the things I like to do is explore some of the local tackle shops. So I was recommended to hit up two shops. One is this guy right here called Green Top. They're kind of on the north side of Richmond. And then the other one I hit up was Dances, and they're kind of on the south side of Richmond. Two absolutely phenomenal shops. I'm very jealous that you guys have shops like this in your area, because I don't really have a bait shop quite like this in my area. But just to give you a little bit of info on both, the Green Top, that was the first one I hit up. Massive. I was expecting a bait shop, but it was really a full outdoor location, retail store. They had hunting, they had fishing, they had basically everything you could imagine and need for the outdoors, almost to the point where it looked like they took over maybe an old Gander Mountain store or just a big box store. I mean, that's how big the location is. I was not expecting that. Took me quite a bit of time to go through the entire store, and had a great selection of not just like mass produced, like big national type company lures, but they had a lot of smaller local lures as well. So we got some good stuff here. And then after that, I ended up going to Dances, which is like a super cool, I'm not going to say just tackle, because they have a lot of outdoor equipment as well, but it was kind of a tackle shop, gun shop. I think they had a pawn store. They had a grill, a little grill inside that was like a local hangout spot. We had lunch there. It was phenomenal. They've got an amazing tackle selection. It was very impressed to see they've their back room. They've got a pile of old Zoom plastics that are like all in discontinued lures. So if there's Zoom products in certain colors you're looking for that you can't find, this is the place. This is 100% the place. It's kind of what they specialize in. So when I went into their back whole warehouse area to look at it, they had warehouse racking set up of Zoom boxes upon boxes upon boxes. I mean, it was like 20-foot high ceilings, like 3 separate racks. It was an unbelievable amount of plastic. So if you're looking for Zoom baits in specific colors, check out Dances. They also had an amazing selection of jerk baits, specifically the Megabass Vision 110s in like a lot of the Japanese colors. They just had a ton of stuff. So between the two stores, I was able to, let's put it this way. I spent $400 between the two stores. So I bought a lot of tackle, and a lot of that was local tackle. So I've got here, I put it all into one bag. I'm just going to reach in, pull some of this stuff out. Actually, I'm going to dump it out just so we can go through it that way. And I'll kind of walk you through some of the things that I found that I thought were really cool and that are more regionally based. So I'm just kind of going to start with a couple of these. So this company, River Rock Baits, they're out of Waynesboro, Virginia. One of the reasons I went to the Green Top to get these was because my roommate, Matt Becker, is fishing some of their products in this event. So when I was looking at them, I came across their little, they call it their Helgripede. It's a centipede style little soft stick bait. They had them in various sizes, but I saw these and I instantly knew I was going to have to buy a bunch, because back at my home, these are dynamite for smallmouth, absolutely dynamite. And there used to be one, I think they might still make it. It's Arky makes one that I really like, but I had to pick some of these up because I just like the profile and the design. You can see this is a 3.5-inch size. This is a 4.5-inch size. These are oxblood with black. I bought some, they call them dark special. It's basically a green pumpkin. Here's a green pumpkin black. So I bought a bunch of those to take home. I know those are going to work phenomenally well. You can fish them on a drop shot. You can fish them on a little jig head. You can fish them on a wacky rig. Very, very good for smallmouth. So I bought those. I was excited to get those. So that was River Rock Custom Baits. I'll put links to these, to each of these companies in the video description for you. I'll put links to both Green Top as well as dances as well, so you can check those out. All right, another one I found was this guy right here called Bass Candy Delights, bkdlures.com. And they make these, I don't know if there's an actual name on these. There's no actual name, but it's a 6-inch size. And I thought that these would be really cool. They're kind of like a elongated soft jerk bait. And they've got the split belly on it. But I got these. I thought that these could be really good for your forward-facing sonar, as well as like the hover rig. The one thing I did notice with these that I really liked, it's a very tough material. Definitely not soft, but I kind of wanted to get them. I thought they would hold up really well. So it's kind of just a unique little profile, kind of got your fluke style bait. So I got a couple packs of these. This is the 6-inch purple glitter. And then I went ahead and got just some of the albino colors as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how those work. BKD Lures. Let's see, does it say where they're out of? I looked them up in the store. I'm pretty sure they're based out of the Virginia area as well. Yeah, it doesn't say, there's no name on here as to what the bait is actually called. But it talks on the back, it talks about different ways you can rig them, different sizes they come in, different ways to fish them, and the fact that they are made out of a stronger material. So BKD Lures Bass Candy Delights is what it's called. Okay, so we got those. Then we picked up a couple of jigs. These are the Moneymaker jigs. I thought that these were really cool with respect to the different colors. You know, one thing anytime you come out to some of these tidal waters that you have is your blue crab. So there's a lot of really good blue crab imitations that you can't necessarily find back home. So, you know, they had a whole pile of these Moneymaker jigs, which I really liked because of the colors. So this, to me, this is a great blue crab color. They actually call this bluegill, but it looks very much like a blue crab to me. And one of the other cool things that you could see that stood out to me right away was that they're hand tied. So that really locks the bait in very well. You know, a really nice stout hook in here. Overall, just a great look, but I really enjoyed some of the custom colors that they had. So this one they call the Moneymaker. As you can see, that's another kind of blue cross style. And then this one jumped right out to me because they called this the Tequila Shot. So this was the blue craw, and then this is Tequila Shot. And if you watch my channel on a regular basis, you know that I have a color very similar to this that I make called the Big Chip. So it's black and blue. This has a little pink highlight to it. The Big Chip one I make either has pink in it or it's got a little bit of orange in it. So when I saw that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to purchase a couple of these because I really like the colors. And you can't generally get colors like that back home. So they look like very high quality jigs. They're made out of Chesterfield County, Virginia, hand tied in Chester County, Virginia. So the Moneymaker jigs, that was another one we got. What else did we find? So this one right here. So I've never heard of this. Maybe they're bigger than I think, but it's called Intent Tackle. So this was a jig head that I found that I really liked. And it's different. They call it their Structure Series jig. And I know this is made for saltwater. As you can see, it's made for different saltwater applications. But I thought it was a very cool looking little jig that could be applied in the bass fishing world. And I'm very interested to see the movement of this because it is a big, flat, wide head. And I think these are made, I was gonna say New Jersey, Cape May, New Jersey. So not too far away at all. Says 2x strength mustad hook, long lasting finish. And it says spot lock structure glide. So that's really what I want to see. I want to see what this does to a bait. So we're gonna try a couple of these. That was one thing that I found that was pretty cool with both the shops is they had some saltwater stuff. which I don't ever get when I'm back home, right? Being from Wisconsin, we don't have the ability to do that. So we got those. Yeah, they had some other cool stuff that I generally don't get to see. This is the no live bait needed. Now, this isn't necessarily local. These are actually made down in Florida, but I've never seen these in a store. So I bought a couple packs of these guys to try out. Another one that I don't know how I've slept on, being with Berkeley, is the Berkeley jerk shad, but it's the saltwater jerk shad. And when I saw these, I was like, how the heck have I not been using these? Because these are some of the most lifelike, natural, realistic baits that I think would be great both on a Demiki rig as well as on a hover rig. So from that standpoint, I was pretty excited to find those. So I bought a couple of different packs. This is the Pearl Watermelon Shad color. And again, I just haven't seen these because I'm not by saltwater. So looking through these shops was pretty amazing. I mean, they had some really cool stuff. Excited to try them out. So those were the local lures that I had. If you're local to the area and you want to give a shout out to some of your local brands that I did not mention, throw that in the comment section. I'll put links, like I said, for these into the video description. So if you want to check them out, maybe purchase a few to support some small local fishing tackle companies, go for it. And otherwise, if you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and stay tuned. We'll have a new video coming out tomorrow.